In this video, we will talk about using dimensional analysis or units to organize conversions. Our first question asks us to convert 3 miles per hour to feet per second, showing all of our unit cancellations. The first thing you're going to want to do is notice the hints that they give us for the conversion factors, and this will give us helpful information for our conversion. The next thing you're going to want to do is start by just looking at the units themselves. The numbers will follow, but if we can figure out what form they need to be in, what conversion factors we need to use, the numbers will just fall into place. So first we're going to write down what we already know. So we have miles per hour. And make sure when you do this you leave a little bit of space because you will fill in numbers later. And we need to eventually get this to feet per second. First, let's do the miles. We need to somehow convert miles to feet, and if we look at our hints, we see that we have a conversion factor, or the relationship 1 mile is 5,280 feet. So we can replace miles with feet by multiplying by feet over miles. The miles will cancel, leaving us with feet in the numerator. Next, we need to multiply something to get rid of hours and turn it into seconds. We have two conversion factors in the hints that we can use. We know that 1 hour is 60 minutes, and then in turn, 1 minute is 60 seconds. We can multiply first by hours over minutes, and then minutes over seconds. The minutes will cancel, the hours will cancel, leaving us with feet over seconds. Now we just need to fill in the numbers. We know it's 3 miles per 1 hour, 5,280 feet per 1 mile, 1 hour per 60 minutes, 1 minute per 60 seconds. That basically just gives us multiplication now that we have to do. We can cancel the 0 from here and here, giving us 3 times 528 over 6 times 60. And now it's just basic simplification. We can cancel this 3 and 6, giving us 1 and 2, which gives us 528 over 120 feet per second. And if we continue canceling, it will eventually get us down to 66 over 15 feet per second, which is then, if we divide by 3, 22 over 5 feet per second, which is 4.4 feet per second. The next question asks us to convert 22.5 milliliters to teaspoons, again showing all of our unit cancellations. The hint they give us is 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters. So again, starting with just the units we have milliliters over really nothing, so it's just cut over 1. And we need to get this into teaspoons over 1. We know that our hint says that 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters, and we need teaspoons in the numerator, so we can multiply by teaspoons over milliliters, and then we can put our numbers in. We start out with 22.5 milliliters, and we know that there's 1 teaspoon for every 5 milliliters, and there's nothing else we have to multiply. So then if we just do this multiplication right away, we see that it's 22.5 over 5 teaspoons, as the milliliters cancel out, which is going to be 4.5 teaspoons. Lastly, we're asked to convert 35 psi, or pounds per square inch, into pounds per square foot, showing all unit cancellation. Our hint is that there is 1 foot and 12 inches. First, let's do what we're given originally. We're given pounds per square inch, which when we write mathematically, it will be pounds per inches squared. We need to get this into pounds per square foot, which we write as pounds per feet squared. We need to get our inches into feet, which we can use the hint to do. We know that inches over foot is what we're going to want because the inch will cancel. However, since we have inches squares, we're going to need to multiply it twice what we normally would. And now we can put the numbers in. We have 35 pounds per 1 square inch. And we have 12 inches per 1 foot. And again, 12 inches per 1 foot. The inch squared will cancel with inch times inch, giving us 35 times 144 over 1 foot squared, which when we do that math is 5,040 pounds per foot squared, which we can write as 5,040 PSF. And that's our final answer. So again, just to go over quickly what we did, we always identify the hints that we have, come up with conversion factors that will transform our units from the units we have to the units we want, and then plug in the numbers and do the math.